So if I can turn now then to the planning, and I try and take you through it, how it really evolved. I have to say that it was dynamic. From my perspective, as the Chief of Joint Operations, it was like playing on a field where the goalposts were moving all the time but the field was changing shape as well, and so it was very dynamic and evolutionary. The Americans had plans in place for the invasion of Iraq. CENTCOM had produced them after 1991 and they had exercises every so often, where they actually went through, obviously not physically, but on paper.
Headquarters?
Yes, headquarters-type operations for the invasion of Iraq. My team in Tampa, in May 2002, were picking up rumors and saying that there is no foreigner, planning going on inside CENTCOM.
That's
in May 2002.
That's May, but you hadn't picked up anything before that?
Not before that.
Can't I just pull you back a bit on that? Because there is a meeting at Chequers, I think just before the Prime Minister goes to Crawford, where Alistair Campbell, in fact, reports in his diaries about Tommy Frank's view from our military man based in Tampa, which I think was Cedric.
It would have been Cedric at the time, yes.
And CDs was there and I think Tony Pigott as well. So what were they reporting on?
Cedric never gave me anything relating to Iraq. I presumed that Cedric, again, had credibility with Tommy Franks. And he may have given an opinion, but it would have been a personal opinion, but he never actually raised it as an issue with me.
What about the relationship between CDs and his opposite number in the States? Might some information have come through that way?
I think probably unlikely, knowing that, the planning was all being done at CENTCOM, and I presume that CENTCOM had been authorized to do the planning by SecDef, but it may not have gone through the Joint Chiefs.
So you were unaware?
I was unaware, until May 2002, when, as I say, at that stage it was just rumors.
You weren't asked prior to Crawford for any information about the American plans?
No, I wasn't.
Were you aware that this meeting had taken place before Crawford?
I mean, I wasn't aware of Crawford until somebody mentioned it to me yesterday. So I think that probably puts it in perspective.
So from your point of view it wasn't until May?
Until May 2002.
That's interesting. So can you take us forward from there?
Yes.
Sorry, just because, after Crawford, there were requests for military planning to start on our side. So were you aware of new instructions coming through, that you should start thinking about it?
No, and the way that we started the planning was I got a phone call from David Wilson in CENTCOM on 4 or the 5th of June to say that we had been offered the opportunity to participate in the American planning for our potential invasion of Iraq.
So did you have any conversations with Tony Pigott about that?
That was late evening when I got the date phone call. I rang Tony Pigott the following morning, it would have been the 6th of June, I think, and I said we had been given this offer. What was the position? Could I go ahead or not?
Did he tell you that he had been thinking about Iraq since April, that there had been any planning going on at the Whitehall level?
He didn't mention it to me, not to my recollection anyway.
This is quite important. So from late April to early June, you had no formal instructions.
Correct.